Hello. We are on location, Kamloops, at the Catloops Cat Café in Kamloops. I'm Todd Sullivan. This is Kelsey Bell. We are also joined by Dan Ondang.
Yeah, I'm Dan Ondang.
I'm Julie Ondang.
And sometimes, you know, the state of the world these days, you just want to get away from it all and hang out with some cats.
Cool cats.
Cool cats. And that's...
And Dan.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here to do today. Tell us about the Cat Cafe.
I'll let you start, Julie.
Oh.
This was your big idea.
This was something that I was working on for a very long time, pre-COVID.
Okay.
Because I also help run Sammy's Forgotten Felines, and we needed somewhere for the cats to be seen so they could be adopted. So we started working on this, and then COVID came, so then I chickened out, and then we started up again last year.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been quite, I don't want to say a struggle, but like an adventure.
It's been an adventure, definitely.
Yeah. So what was sort of what got the ball rolling again after the slowdown near COVID?
Sammy's just got so busy that we were overrun with cats that needed to be adopted. And so we just started up again, working on it.
The December before we opened, Sammy's had something like north of 30 spays and neuters.
Oh, yeah.
North of 40 even?
Yeah. In a 30-day period, we spayed and neutered like 32 cats or something.
That's how busy it got that we were like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta go, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Did you go to a cat cafe in a different town and you're like, oh my God, we need this?
I just wanted one.
You just wanted one?
Yeah.
So you didn't have any familiarity with the concept before, like it had occurred to you, or?
Just what I'd seen on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they still relatively new at that time? Like I'm kind of new to the whole concept.
They were pretty new.
Yeah.
I think they've been in Japan for quite some time.
Right.
But newer to Canada for sure.
You started daydreaming about this in like 2014.
Yeah.
When probably around the time the one in Vancouver opened.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many cats do you have?
Liz?
I know the answer, but we have to ask for the camera.
13.
13.
13. Did you start with 13?
No.
No, we started with 18.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh, yay.
Yeah.
So,
And then we've adopted 8, and 2 more are being adopted tomorrow.
Oh,
And then we brought some
we-
in.
no?
Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, yay!
Where do the cats sort of originate from? I know they come via the
Sammy's.
Sammy's, but where do they get to Sammy's by?
Sammy's does. There was nobody doing, the reason why Sammy's started was no rescues were doing colony and street cats. And normally what happens to them, because they're feral, they're deemed unadoptable.
Yeah.
So they're euthanized. So that's why we started Sammy's, because we go out and we trap cats at colonies, bring them in and socialize them and make them lovey cats, and then get them adopted.
Is that difficult work? Or,
Yes.
I mean, the trapping would be, but as far as like the socialization.
As long as you know their currency, you know what they like, whether it's treats or wet food or temptations. Well, most of them when they're feral don't want your
But they
attention.
like
Yeah.
The paint job here is lovely.
Yes.
Oh.
And in fact, I don't know, Liz, if you want to come in and no, okay, Liz doesn't want to. But there was
Beautiful and she matches.
we
very
did
wonderfully.
hear interesting information about the choice of the colors here, which is that they are colors that can be seen by cats.
That's right. Yeah, these colors were chosen because cats can see them and they can find them quite calming.
Yeah.
So it's a lot like the same techniques they use in prisons and high schools.
Just different colors. I
Yeah.
assume.
Just make you depressed and sad.
I mean, I'm a big fan of purple, so like this works.
Me too.
This works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
And there's like a cat thing. Like a, what would you call that?
Like the
hamster
cat
wheel?
tree. Oh yeah, the wheel.
The wheel's pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's so many,
Just a
like,
wheel.
you know, there's cat trees. There's like a little, looks like a like a track and field course or something, an
Yeah.
obstacle course along the wall.
Adventure
I've never
wall.
done track and
I've never done track and field. You don't climb along walls when you're in track and field?
And you can tell by the paint chips that they're using it, right? They're
Yes, yeah,
taking the paint off
exactly.
the wall, so
Yeah.
it's well loved.
Yeah. Is this sort of like, is this locked in as far as the design of the place goes, or do you guys have thoughts for like adding more? I'm thinking like maybe a carpet wall they can just go straight up,
that would
or
be
do
fun.
you have thoughts on things like that, or
Haven't so far, but who knows?
yeah.
Yeah, we've rearranged the furniture a couple of times.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you
The foam pit.
Oh my god. Ball pit for cats, maybe, yeah.
That's waiting a cat waiting to get stepped on, I think.
Yeah.
We talked about cats, but we didn't talk about the cafe. You are connected to the stock pot.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, we're sort of a sister location for the Stockpot Cafe. So we're getting like sandwiches and stuff from them to have in our fridge to sell to people, so that there's something to eat while you're here. We also have delicious Japanese roll cake from Burger Joy in Saheli Mall.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it's the best. It's so good. What else do we got?
And then we have the coffee machine. We can do
Yeah.
good coffee.
Yeah, fully functional espresso, coffee from Cherry Hill.
Functional coffee
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very.
needs to functional customers.
and functional employees.
Yeah, I was going to say functional staff too, probably, right? Yeah. So, is the intention sort of that people would come in here with their food, or is like the dining for like the pre cat visit, or like how does that work when an average person just sort of comes in and they want to have a snack, have a coffee, and chill with the cats? What does that look like?
Personally, I encourage them to bring it in here
Yeah.
because it's part of the experience, right?
Sure.
You open up a sandwich and all the cats go,
What are you eating?
on the flip side of that, we had a little girl that got roll cake
Yes.
last week, and it was a little bit too much interest for her. She ended
Oh,
up coming
she
back out. To
got
be
a little
like,
freaked out and
I'm too
overwhelmed.
popular to
Yeah.
eat this cake.
Yeah.
I'm going to take it home on the way out. Yeah, sure. Whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can pick up snacks, food, bring it in here, enjoy it. Don't share it with the cats. That's one of the rules.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys really care about the experience, like how the customers feel, but you also super duper care about how the cats feel. And I, as an
Yes.
animal lover, love that.
Yes.
And
yes.
I know that because I see a big thing of rules, which
Rules,
scares
yes.
me, but it's important.
It is important because
have
for
7
us,
rules.
the cats are the number one priority.
And then
I hate to say
customers-
that. Customers come
Aw.
second.
No, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause they
that's
are the
really why we
business.
here. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there are some rules.
Do you want to go over the rules, or?
Sure. All guests must remove shoes and wash your hands before entering the lounge,
We did.
which
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah.
Want to check my hand?
Todd did wash his hands. They look good. Inside voices only. Be calm and quiet, and the cats are more likely to come to you. Yeah.
As you can tell, we're using our TV voices and not getting any cats. Yeah.
Okay, are you saying we should shh? Sorry, I'm sorry. Don't pick up the cats or restrain them in any way. Don't hold them hostage.
No, don't hold them down. No sitting on them. None of that stuff.
Don't crowd the cats. Do not leave.
Do not feed.
Do not feed the cats or leave your food unattended. Please put trash in trash can to keep it from the cats. And Mr. Cat over here is inspecting.
She's scared of the tripod.
Oh. Do not wake sleeping cats. What would happen?
You might get mad.
Well, we like them to get their rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
And sometimes they get tired of peopling too,
Sure.
right? So, yeah, if they're asleep, don't bug them.
And then avoid flash photography. Please take lots of pictures with your flash off. I bet you encourage sharing photos on social media. Hey, yeah.
Definitely.
Great.
We had a lady come in today who crocheted little hats for them.
Oh my God.
So everybody was taking pictures of them with little hats on.
Where are the hats now?
Where are the hats?
they're out in the front. I'll go grab them.
Oh my God.
Grab some Temptations too.
Oh yeah, I love
Yeah,
those
we'll get
for
those.
the cats. Oh. Take the mic. I'm saying Sue
Temptations.
stuff.
They are so cute. Oh, marshmallow.
Gosh.
Aren't
A
those
little-
adorable?
Is it a wizard hat?
There's a little wizard.
Oh, it's a
Little wizard hat.
Or sombrero. I guess.
Yeah.
Sombrero, too.
Yeah. Adorable.
good.
And room
Knitting.
For, room for ears.
That's
looks like,
tight.
right?
Yeah.
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 So
She
who
did a
wants
good
to wear
job.
it?
I mean, my ears won't fit.
I feel like that should be a rule. Don't put hats on cats, but
Apparently, you can't have that.
Yeah. Now we have
Or
hats. Yeah. Little
I mean, as
tricky.
long as the cats like the hats.
As long as the cats
Yeah.
like the hats.
As long as you don't piss the cats off.
Yeah,
That's,
and that's the thing. Every cat has their own personality, right?
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we have any siblings? Because there's a couple cats that do look like they came from the same
Yeah,
litter.
actually, these are 4 litters.
Oh,
4 litters of kittens. So,
And-
they are, some of them are related.
and they are all about the same age, around a year.
Yeah. Yeah. Under
Very
a year.
cute.
Yeah.
That's a good age.
Yeah,
'cause
it's
they're
a great
already
age.
trained.
Yep. Everybody's litter box trained. They're all spayed or neutered, microchipped,
Very good.
core vaccines.
And that's all part of the regular process. before
Yep.
they-
With Sammy's. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
And so, how many cats are like currently being
Sorry.
are currently
Held at Sammy's?
being rehabilitated or whatever the phrase would be?
I'd have to make an estimate. I would guess probably 70.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I guess, what is the capacity in your mind here at the cafe for them to sort of be hanging out?
Yeah,
in
we
space?
got up to 18,
Yeah.
and I don't think I'd go over that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think lower than 18 is just right.
What has business been like so far? Like, how long have you guys been open? A month? A little bit more? A little bit less?
We started soft open February 21st.
Okay, so a couple months.
Yeah, and then we had our grand opening on March 23rd. During that time, we had spring break, and spring break was wild in here.
Oh my God, I bet.
Yeah.
We forgot. We didn't know it was going to be spring break. We haven't had a spring break in a long time.
Right, yeah.
So we're like, why is it so busy this week? Shouldn't you be in school? We've had great. Well, what's the word for this? Great response within the community. Like, we've had CBC Radio wanting to come in. We had Ryan from Kamloops,
Yep.
local
Wow.
influencer, come in.
Ryan from Kamloops.
Yeah, the
that's-
Ryan from Kamloops.
It's like an award-winning filmmaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, it's always a pleasure to be on the Todd and Kelsey show.
Of course.
I hear
That's very kind of you to say.
I was just thinking because you're connected to the Stockpot. Stockpot has been in business for quite a while.
Yeah.
So you have quite the clientele already just from that.
An existing reputation. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a long-standing as parts of the community that people are like, oh, great, you guys have another thing, awesome.
Right.
Right. Yeah. You guys do events here too.
Yes, yeah, we did a bunch of events to commemorate our grand opening week. We had yoga in here, we had a coloring night, and we had a wine tasting.
I was so annoyed I couldn't make the wine
Oh,
tasting.
man.
I was in another country, unfortunately. But yeah,
Will you ever do those again?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
So then we'll go.
yeah.
Yeah, we've already got 3 more monthly cat yogas scheduled. We've got
Okay.
a drawing night on the 24th.
Yes.
Another coloring night coming up on the 24th, and then we just have to reach out to Linda at Sally Liquor Store for another wine night because she had such great time that we're happy to have her up again.
Oh, okay. So a wine rep from BC Liquor came out here.
Yeah.
No,
Sahali Liquor Store.
Oh, okay.
Fox and Hound.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. So it's going to be like a continuous thing.
Yeah. I'm trying to get in touch with some of the local breweries to do beer tasting in here
Heck
too.
yeah.
For beer people and for wine people.
Yeah.
I guess there's also a distillery in town that we should get.
Yeah, there is. That's a good point. Why not shots and cats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love coming home drunk to their cat, right? And now it's all in one place.
I was actually thinking about speed dating
Oh my God.
in here. Speed dating with cats.
Exactly. It's such
Right?
a deal breaker for cat lovers. If you don't like animals,
Yeah.
Right.
get out of here.
Yeah.
You can also use the cats to weed through people. Like if the
Sure.
cat doesn't like somebody, it's like, what's up
Yeah.
with that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan's going to do some D&D.
I noticed there were dice out front.
Yeah, we've got cat-themed D&D dice out front.
They're cat themed.
Yeah, they've got like little black cats inside. There's a very funny set that has an orange tabby face that like spins around and always faces up. So when you roll the dice, he's always
really?
looking at you.
That's really cool.
It's very fun. And I've been in touch with a local dungeon master who runs a couple of other games for, what the heck are they called? Therapy Works BC, I think, is who he runs games for. I was going to have him come in to run a couple of like open games.
Yeah, that's sort of
have
one-off
6 people.
set.
Yeah, just short little one-off games to have. Something I've been a piece of feedback I've been getting from having dice in the counter and getting to talk to people about D&D is that many of them love D&D, but their group has lost the battle to scheduling.
Yes.
It can be so hard. You know, it's easy to form a group. You're in college and, you know, your schedules line up a little bit. And then you go out into real life and your schedules just don't align anymore. And there goes all your friends and your hobby.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
So to have something like that where it's like, well, you know, we're all D&D lovers. We're just all going to come and play a game run by a fairly professional dungeon master. That way no one's like stuck doing all the organizing.
Sure.
Like can be done at your home game. And it's a scheduled time. Sure, you're playing with some strangers, but don't worry, we all have stuff in common.
Is there like a maximum person capacity in the room as well?
Yes, if we kind of watch it, and if there's a few kids, which you have to be 8 to come in
Yes.
to the lounge. If there's more than a few kids, we'll limit it to 12 people.
Okay.
If there's only adults in here, we'll let 14 or 15 in.
Right. And have you ever bumped against that kind of ceiling yet, or
No.
no?
Oh,
Oh, well, we've turned people away. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
You guys are very creative with, you know, first it's a creative business as a cat cafe, but then it's also creative in like your little weird cat dice and your like the details and everything is just so well thought out, and then the events you hold, everything is just so unique.
Yeah, I think it's important because most,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of cat cafes, you're not going to make your million. That's not what it's about, right? Like some cat cafes go under, like they just can't. There's not enough demand for it, I guess. So you got to have other avenues to keep things moving.
Yeah, I mean, that was the one thing that did stand out to me on Facebook, which is where I saw a lot of, you know, the stuff about the Cat Cafe, was like everything was like a new thing. It was like, here's the wine thing, here's D&D, here's the yoga, and sort of seeing like out of the gate, you guys were just like coming up with these themes and ways to draw people in, and really, you know, it would be so easy to just sort of open the Cat Cafe and try to let the cats be the thing that drives it. But like you said, you know, I think maybe especially after, you know, the initial burst of excitement,
Yeah, the novelty
can wear off.
Yeah.
And, you know, having those sorts of things to bring people in on a more regular basis.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really important as time goes on, especially. Yeah.
And you know, given I think, you know, the end goal obviously is, you know, to find homes for the cats as well. You want to keep the doors open.
That's right.
To maintain that sort of consistency.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, it would be nice if we can eat too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Like,
absolutely.
And pay the bills.
Are you happy with the location?
I am.
I'll say, yeah.
Yeah, free parking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
which is a big deal.
well-
And a good amount of parking here too.
Good amount of parking. We're close to TRU, and that was another one of our ideas was to have student study night
Yes.
for TRU students. Pretty close to them.
Close to a new apartment building going up.
Nice. Okay.
I'm kind of hoping they don't allow pets.
And what they do?
That they don't, so
Oh.
that everybody will come here for their pet fix.
Well, there's that, but there's also, if they do allow pets, perhaps adopting,
Sammy's will-
right?
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
thinking too.
yeah.
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 But you're right. It's hard to say which is going to be
It's better.
better. Yeah.
Yeah. But so I think it's a good location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's the only cat cafe in this town.
Yep.
And is there
There's one in Kelowna.
Kelowna.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the next closest.
And it's lovely. Catalona is lovely.
Catlona?
Catalona, yeah.
Catalona.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and Catloops.
Catloops. Catloops and Catalona.
we had picked our name before they opened, so we didn't copy them.
Okay.
They copied.
It does seem a little...
you.
Well,
Although they didn't know.
No, they didn't know. So
No, it's cool.
it is cool.
It's just very clearly the obvious choice when you've got two cities that start with K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People already get Kamloops and Kelowna mixed up
Yep.
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
is, so
Yeah.
why not get the two cafes mixed
Except we obviously have the cooler Cat Cafe.
Oh, most definitely.
Obviously. Anything else that you guys want to talk about or share about this? You know,
Bob Barker always said spay and neuter.
yes.
Yeah.
So very important. I don't know. We need to get there. We need to get there where everybody is doing that.
Because I guess that's probably where a lot of the cats that end up at Sammy's, that's the issue, is that
That's
these
the
cats were in
issue.
spayed or neuters. Now we've got all these kittens that are feral.
I mean, people, it's shocking how fast they can reproduce.
Yeah.
Like it's incredible. Little colonies that start off with 5 cats, you know, and in a year or two there's 90.
Oh my
Right.
God.
You know, and it's just insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. We're heading up towards Cache Creek now. And we always say you look at how many you see and you double or triple it.
Oh, wow.
Like mice.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. Because they don't want to be seen. Like you're only seeing the ones that are out and about. There's
Somewhat
many that are
social
hiding.
or whatever, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be a big job.
I've heard, I think, in regards to like dogs more than cats, but maybe it's just pets in general, about like adopt rather than purchase.
Yes.
Which is another sort of, I think, big thing over the last couple of years. Do you think that's something that people are beginning to appreciate and beginning to like shift in that direction? Or
I
is
think
it
so, but I think it's still puppy mills and kitten mills are still around.
And why do you think that is?
Well, COVID, we actually ran into people that during COVID wanted to breed their cats to sell the kittens. Yeah,
So it just is an income.
just as an income.
But
Yeah.
then, I mean,
These weren't special
Yeah.
breeds. These were just, people get some very strange ideas.
have there been cats that have come through Sammy's that you have like got to the rehabilitation point, but just didn't feel like they would fit in this environment, or have they all been sort of?
I haven't had one yet.
Yeah.
We had a cat named Donkey, and we called him Donkey because he was an ass.
Okay.
All the volunteers were terrified of him. So a lot of times I got stuck cleaning his kennel because everybody was just, he would come at you.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, he would come at you. And then we took him and got him neutered, and while he was being neutered, the vet noticed that his teeth were all rotten. So we took him back and got his dental done. They basically pulled, I think he was only left with 2 teeth.
Yeah.
And he was the nicest cat ever.
Oh. So
He
that's
turned
a
into a
sign.
big sweetie. Yeah. In fact, we used him to go around and help the other cats. If they're in a kennel, I would take Donkey and open up the kennel, and he'd go in and talk to the cat and make him feel better.
He's like, life could be worse, man. I lost all my teeth.
But I'm happier now because my head doesn't hurt all the time.
Well, and that sort of is the ethos from Sammy's, that other rescues might think these cats are feral and they're not adoptable, but at Sammy's, no, we can socialize them.
Yeah.
We will
Yeah.
socialize them
Nice.
as long as it takes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is there a system for coming up with the names of the cats as they pass through Sammy's, or is it just sort of
We
like
kind of almost now we just let the fosters name them.
Okay.
Because we've kind of run out of names.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you kind of.
What really nailed this point home to me was the butter litter.
Yeah, that was Jen. My cohort Jen decided we were way out in Black Pines, and I think we ended up doing 62 cats out there. And somehow she started out with everybody's name started with butter. So we had butter churn, butter tart.
Butterbean,
Butterbean,
Butterball.
Buttercup.
Butterfinger.
Yeah. And it was just ridiculous because then you just end up calling everybody Butter.
Butter 1, Butter 2, Butter 3.
Yeah. Yeah. It was crazy. I told her never again.
Would you guys like to know a fun fact about cats? Again?
Yeah, Kelsey, what's your fun fact?
Well, I'm a dog owner, so I really care about the foods that can hurt her. So these are the foods that can hurt your kitty cat.
Okay.
Which is the same as dogs, actually. Onions, garlic, and chives. These contain a word that I can't pronounce right now, which can damage a cat's red blood cells and
These
lead to
contain-
anemia.
Thiosulfate.
Thiosulfate, yeah.
Ooh.
Thanks, Todd. Grapes and raisins, same with dogs. So even a small amount can cause rapid kidney failure in cats. So no Glossette raisins,
No
you guys.
raisins.
And no alcohol.
Oh, man. How am I going to explain that to my cat?
What, tell your cat that he can't have a drink at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, because as soon as you said grapes and raisins, I was like, I wonder if they can have wine. But then, like,
Wine.
immediately 2 down from there. It's like,
Right.
no alcohol. So
Yeah.
All of these cats are underage, so.
that's a good point. That's a good
Okay,
point.
good. Oh, and xylitol,
Yes.
which is a sugar
Substitute found in
Yeah.
gum and sugar-free snacks.
But also,
chocolate.
yeah. Oh, and then there's intolerances.
Yeah.
Dairy,
Raw eggs.
raw
and meat.
eggs.
And dog food. Not poisonous,
Oh, wow. There's
but a
bark.
steady diet of dog food will lead to severe malnutrition because cats require taurine, an essential amino acid that dog food lacks.
Interestingly enough, you're not supposed to give them tuna. You would think, oh, tuna. But no. Because it should be a very...
Canned tuna lacks the specific vitamins cats need, and the diet heavy in fish can lead to mercury poisoning.
Yeah. That's the fun fact.
Could talk about what Sammy's needs.
Yeah, please.
So we need fosters
Okay.
for this big new colony that we're going to start with probably 60 cats. We need more fosters.
So what does that like? What does that look like for someone's responsibilities as a foster?
Yeah, basically all you need is a spare room, a laundry room even, or a bathroom, in a quiet, kind of quiet area. And then we supply you with everything you need. And you just supply the room and some attention to the cats. If there's any vet bills or whatever, we pay for them. So it's easy,
Yeah.
easy peasy.
And when you say a spare room, like a bathroom, would that also include like a bathroom that you're regularly using, or is it more like a room that doesn't get a lot of traffic?
Probably if we're talking about a feral kitty, you want it in a room that doesn't get a lot of traffic.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what sort of a time commitment is it for a foster?
Well, for this particular colony, there's female cats having babies everywhere. So probably what we would be looking for is people to take a mama and babies.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so then you're kind of in it for 4 months.
Right.
And what's the daily, like?
Yeah, what does it look like on a daily basis, your interaction?
So you're going to
with the-
scoop the litter box, you're going to feed them, water them, and we're going to figure out with you what their currency is, whether it's treats, whether it's chew treats, temptations, and we're going to walk you through making friends.
Right.
So whatever they respond to is
Yeah.
what their currency is.
Yeah.
Is that process a little hard to navigate?
It's a little easier when they're food motivated.
Yeah. Most of the time they are food motivated?
Most
or?
of the time they are, because most of the time they've been just eating whatever outside. So
right.
they're pretty happy to come in and get some good food.
Some cats are more like want to play with toys more than
Yes,
snacks.
younger, like kittens. Kittens
Yeah.
are really easy to socialize because you can just play with them and then you're done.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so if somebody, is interested in helping and fostering, how would they connect with Sammy's?
Oh, you go to sammysforgottenfelines.ca.
Okay.
And there's all kinds of information on there. There's adoption applications, foster applications, volunteer applications, everything you need to know to get in touch with us to choose what you want to do.
Nice. There you go. If you want to help out, if you want to foster, that's how you can do that. Any final thoughts? Any final words
I
that
don't think so.
Where are we located?
Oh, 970 Laval Crescent,
Okay, and you got to
unit
come
number
around
2.
the side.
Yeah.
I did not figure that out.
Yeah, so the
took a
stock
bit.
pot is kind of at the front of the building,
Yeah.
and Catloops is down the side,
Right.
down the parking lot.
I have to come back.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Hours of operation?
11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
There you go.
We give the cats Mondays off.
That's nice.
And you can book ahead online on our website on catloops.ca. We also have all of the events listed on there.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, that's perfect. Well, thank you guys for streaming with us. This has been a tremendous joy to come and hang out with the cats. And thank you all for watching. If you want to stream with us, you can do that. There's going to be a QR code on your screen right now. Probably not where Kelsey's pointing. Maybe. We never know. But if you want to stream with us, you can snap a little picture of that QR code, and it'll bring you to a form that you can fill out, and we'll be in touch, and we'll come hang out with you.
Everybody say meow.
Meow. Meow. Okay, bye.